His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country, so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened on yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because the Asa is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
I see in the next few months a nicer country, a very noisy country, rowdy country, a heavily divided country, a very tough economy, a sense of elitism by those who are coming at the hem of authority. The coming in of the Unity Party is going to multiply the economic woes, the economic conundrum, the economic quagmire, the suffering of the Liberian people is going to multiply. We are not prophets of doom, but the reality will come.
Mr. President, recently we witnessed the demolition of the CDC headquarters in Commonwealth Town, which was carried out through a court order. How does the administration ensure that such enforcement action are done fairly and without political interference?
The law is the law. It's not the government. It's the government implementation of the law. The police were ordered to do it, and they did it. Is that demolition is removal of the people from premises that don't belong to them according to the law.
Why will George Weah, who is tempted by Joseph Boakai, who was drowning in his Egypt land, who was dead, very red up, dirty, stink, you could find him passing around, practically dead and useless. Why will such a man conduct make you we are vexed that you will struck the work and then lose God's own mission to take you to the promised land? That was the test of time today for George Weah. If George Weah had reacted, he would have fallen in the place of Moses.
The Liberian National Police commends the Congress for Democratic Change for the discipline, calm, and statesmanship demonstrated during the recent eviction process. Their respect for the rule of law, despite the deep sentimental value and history attached to the property, reflects a maturity that strengthens Liberia's democracy. This movement is not only a testament to CDC's leadership, but also a reminder to all political institutions and citizens that our democracy grows stronger when lawful decisions are honored peacefully.
Today, you have a rebel police director who thinks that he has arrived. And the worst thing about all these people They all benefited from the magnanimity of George Weah, ranging from people on the bench of the Supreme Court. They got letters from George Weah. If some of them choose to pay him back with evil, it's up to them. The very Gregory Comer today, he worked in the previous administration when Weah came. He also got another letter again. If he chooses to do what he's doing, it's up to him. But one thing I can tell you for sure is this is how we had always been molded. That's how God has already molded Weah and catapult him into success. He will suffer rejection, denigration, humiliation. That has been his life. How can you make somebody who has been down the line their shame? The person has gone through shame. They have gone through disgrace. They have done everything they can. Whatever people thought and were laughing at them, they surmount everything and catapult themselves into becoming someone who is towering that the whole world can look at today. What more can you do? You think you're bringing that person down? You're just hurting yourself. In fact, what you are doing, you are destroying yourself. You know what it takes for you to proud in yourself of being bad? When people are looking for good image, you are happy in becoming a bad person. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. In becoming a bad person, George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. He would never ever.
This government assigned security to the former president's house. This government is capable of bribing any of its security to plan any evil in the former president's house. This government has done so many things that have questioned the credibility of the president. They have manipulated the law. They have manipulated security. The president has interfered with investigations of other issues that we know of. There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. Nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. Nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. Nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. Nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. Nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency.
George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. A bad person, George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. He would never ever.
Sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. Cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. Nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. Nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. Nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. Nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency.
George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. He would never ever.
Sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. No of. There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. Nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. Nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency.
Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened on yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because the Asa is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country, as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
God Almighty, the creator and sustainer of the universe, who has afforded us another opportunity to do his will, make his society, Liberia, better. And it's going to get better. We will ensure that it gets better. And it is getting better because they didn't want to listen. But they are listening now because we are hammering it in their skull. Yes. So we are grateful to God. Thank you too for coming on wherever you are following from. Asata O'Dawson, Maryland, USA. Andrew Nangbe, Thumbs Up Community. Caldwell. I said CN Menza, Mambakle. Willem, Minnesota, USA. Prince Zion, Marshall City, Lower Magibi County. Fifth Kelvin Bappin, Nimba United. Jeremiah Labla, FDA Community. McKimmon, D. Harris, Massachusetts, USA. Heritage Toll, Caldwell. Paris Slobot, New Jersey, United States. Rising, Dallas, Texas, USA. Benson, David Victor, Broad Street. Mohammed Conan, Brussels, Belgium. Johnson Dolly, New Jersey, your residence. Gate, Hope Community. Rove B. Bine, Arizona, USA. Venetians Bar, Nuku Town, Claude de Bois. Yes, Ojuku Davis, ELWA Junction. Papi Keita, Duport Road. Precious Patricia Zia, from your office, Patience Wisnod Lane Street, Osman Saw Galley Street, your business center, Jean Momolo Galley Street, your business center. Yes, All of you. The chairman is on. Romantio Latupan Kenneball is on. Rico for short. And the chairman daughter's birthday is on tomorrow. Yes, a holiday is on tomorrow. Lillian Yasa Latupan birthday is on tomorrow. Very frisky, aggressive little girl. Yes, you want to have her in your presence. Very clever. That's good. So she celebrates her birthday on tomorrow, the 30th of October. It's good to born to come on the earth at the close of the month and the first of the month. I don't know whether the middle is okay, but Sam Kumen, you are on Robert Field Highway. Gabriel Lawson, I am Factory Broad Street, your business center. Aloysius Gapu, FC Barcelona. All of you great people. Thank you so much. The protocol, so very long, can run through all time is of the essence. So before we get started, we've given out some cash on the King's Cash giveaway. Our partners through us are giving you 4,000 Liberian dollars today. Is the double campaign. You can win it just $1 or 70 cents. That star 799 star 24 hatch. Play with $1 or 70 cents, and then 4,000 Liberian dollars will be paid out to you. Play as many times as you can. Yeah, as many times as you can. It is the double. That means you'll be paying you up to 8,000. Yes. Yeah, you can win 8,000. There's this likelihood you win 4,000, and that could double to 8,000. So you see, it's simple. So I will go for that and then get 8,000. So 4,000 simply can give me 8,000. It's simple mathematics. So just play as many times as you can with just $1 or 70 cents. That's star 799 star 24 hatch. Oh, yes, $1 Liberian dollars or 70 cents US. That's the double campaign, double. So 4,000 can give you another 4,000. That's 8,000. So you see how simple it is. You win 4,000, you're going to win another 4,000, and that 8,000 is just from $1 or 70 cents. So keep playing, start playing, always play, never stop playing. And then before we can reach the halfway mark of the show, we call you out to receive your 8,000. Yeah, get the 4,000, and then that 4,000 will give you 8,000 at 4 o'clock. At 4 o'clock, we talk with the guys from the group called Temporary Employment for Community Youth. They are Thomas Tue. He is the engagement team lead, and David Joseph David, he is the supervisor. They got serious reservations that they thought to share with you so that you give your pieces of advice how to go about it. They got the second and last option, which ends the court process, but they want to exhaust all options available to them before resorting to anything legal. The King Support Basket is still open. Sorry, we haven't left that. No, if we have not been talking about it, it only means that life principle is you give people chance to get adjusted after they have done one or two. You want to give time for them to get adjusted, settle down good. So that's why over the weeks you have not heard us talking every day, reminding you of the King Support Basket. It was intended to give you a little time, space. So this week, which is tomorrow, is the fundraiser. We're going to generate some money. You've gathered some cash now within that interval. So you want to share a dime, a nickel, you want to share with us. That will be on tomorrow. Today's the 29th, will be the 30th. Yeah. So the government say pay people the 15 and the 30th. So you get a mad there. Yeah. We beg you, drop something in our basket. I think before the show ends. Okay. Yes. Yes. So drop it. Drop something in the basket. But tomorrow will be the racer. But you can even do now. You can do yours ahead of the racer. It doesn't matter. The numbers are on the screen, which you are familiar with, except for those who are not familiar with it. So let me familiarize those who are not familiar with the number, so you will be familiar with it. The King Support Basket number, the 10 wave 0555 885 885. That's the send wave 0555 885 885. The local number, Liberia number 0777 017 885. 0777 017 885. Start dropping. Drop whatever you can. Just as we've appreciated from the very first day, everything you did, we still appreciate you. We are grateful. We are thankful. However, we want you to chip in a little. Yeah, please do that. We need you. We need you. You are good partners. We thank you for partnering with Kings 88.5. You've been so good, so supportive. So keep dropping. If you can, do it on the day, which is tomorrow, the fundraiser. You can do yours today. Just drop it. Yeah. Those are the numbers on the screen. The send wave for people around the world. 0555 885 885. The local number 007 7 0 1 7 8 8 5. The reason I read it that way, because in Liberia, the people on the side, you gotta take time. They say we can read number fast. Yeah, so we want sync, read the number. Eh? We want to talk the number to you. When we sync, read the number. Sync reading number means you read it 5. You read it fast. 0555 885 885. That sync read there. So when you call in your number, so that I call in my number, I say, hey, Samaju, take time now. And then we're not on the radio call, take time to call the number. So that's why I'm taking my time to call it. Me talk the number, as we say in broadcast. Talk the number. 0 7 7 7 0 1 7 8 8 5. You're who in Liberia, that the number there. That's what they call local number. When you hear local, it means in your country, not out. The people out of Liberia, the number for the King Support Basket 0555 885 885. Great. Thank you for coming on. Navarro's M. You carry the day. You carry the day. However, next year coming, by the time we get in next year, I can bet you 100% with 5,000, Real Madrid cannot beat Barcelona. Next year when we meet, watch it. You'll see. But congratulations. You did extremely well. You deserve the victory. Barcelona was just sloppy from the coach down to the players. Madrid should have won again 5-6, maybe 5-2 or 6-3, because Barcelona had some great chances coming their way, but they didn't take advantage. They were in clinical as Real Madrid was. Yeah, but You did well. You did well, Navarus M. Congratulations again. All right. So let's get started now. As usual, let's get out of Liberia briefly. Then we can come to our country. We talk something little. Then we get to our guys who got a couple of reservations or a serious reservation to express. After years of under scrutiny, Nigeria and South Africa have been removed from the Financial Action Task Force Global Great List, marking a substantial boost for Africa's two biggest economies. The FAT, which monitors how countries tackle money laundering and terrorist financing, says both nations made significant progress in strengthening their financial systems. The British High Commissioner to Nigeria, Richard Montgomery, lauded the move, calling it a positive signal to investors and development partners. Mozambique and Burkina Faso were also cleared after similar improvements. Kenya remains on the gray list, but recently passed the Virtual Access Service Providers Act of 2025 as part of ongoing reforms. Archaeologists are digging at the Tiorori military cemetery in Dakar, Senegal, uncovering clues about a World War II era event involving West African soldiers. Holes in the ground, clods of earth, and dislocated concrete outlines show the marks of their work. In November 1944, around 1,600 soldiers from several West African countries were sent to the Tiorori camp after being captured by Germany while fighting for France. The excavations aim to uncover evidence of what happened to those soldiers and preserve the memory of that chapter of history. Nobel laureate Professor Walo Soyinka has revealed that the United States government has revoked his visa, preventing him from entering the country for the time being. He made the disclosure during a media briefing on Tuesday at Kongi's Harvest Gallery, Freedom Park, Lagos Island. Soyinka said he was informed of the revocation via an official letter from the United States Consulate dated October 23, 2025. He maintained that he called the briefing so that organizations and individuals expecting him in the United States would not make further plans. The letter, issued by the non-immigrant visa section of the consulate, reportedly stated that the revocation was done under the United States Department of State regulations. However, it did not specify the grounds for the decision. Wale Soyinka visa was a B1 or B2 category, typically issued for business or tourism. In September, PM News had reported that Wale Soyinka declined a request from the U.S. consulate to attend a visa re-interview appointment. He said at the time that he initially thought the notification letter was a fake or a scam. Despite the situation, Wale Soyinka stressed that he had harbored no hostility toward U.S. officials, noting his past relationship with the American diplomats have always been cordial. He said he will continue to seek clarity on the matter, but does not consider it a personal affront. And the people of Tanzania are voting in election to elect a new president. But the main opposition leader, Tundu Lissu, is nowhere to be seen on the ballot as he is on trial for treason and his party, Chadema, is banned from running. The incumbent president, Samia Suluhu Hassan, is expected to win. She got to power as Tanzania's first female president, promising reforms after the death of her predecessor, John Magufuli, who died in 2021. Her path through this polling day has been described by rights groups such as Amnesty International as a wave of terror ahead of her first electoral test. BBC Tanzania correspondent Samuel Wami explains the atmosphere on polling day today from the island of Zanzibar.
The atmosphere here, Priya, is very calm so far, especially because the Zanzibar Islands are known for having this very a bit of a tumult elections here. So so far, everything has been going on all right. I'm sorry, I'm speaking to you. I've just arrived at the polling station where the Vice President will be speaking. The polls here opened at 7, so this is about 2-3 hours ago, and they're expected to go all the way to 6 p.m. local time. And in Zanzibar here, elections start a day before others, and that's because they have a system here of early voting. Now, yesterday there were a few complaints from the opposition that the process, in some cases, in some polling stations, were not smooth, but so far we haven't had any complaints from the opposition, and they hope that the situation will continue to be as smooth as they are so far. But again, like I said, it's only been 2 hours since the polls have opened here.
Yes, well, on that point of them hoping to go smoothly, what is the perception of the election in Zanzibar compared to the rest of Tanzania, as I was mentioning in your introduction?
This year's election has been very interesting because, like I said, usually the attention is in Zanzibar, but more this year's election, the attention has been more in the mainland, and because of the crackdown on the opposition, like you mentioned earlier. Here in Zanzibar, there's been nothing extraordinary or unusual in the islands. The current president has been carrying out a lot of infrastructure projects. He has built a lot of road networks across Zanzibar, hospitals and schools, markets, and so there's been quite a lot of praises from Zanzibaris whom I've spoken to. But of course, the opposition have been raising a lot of issues. They talk about rampant corruption. They say, yes, the government has been implementing all these infrastructure projects, but while the government's been doing that, there's been a lot of corruption going on. But they've also been talking about how Zanzibar remains to be not fully autonomous. They depend a lot of instructions from the mainland, and so the opposition says they want to take power so that they can restore Zanzibaris autonomy, so that they can decide a lot of their decisions here regarding developments, etc. So the usual political campaigns and promises from both sides, but nothing extraordinary like the suppression of the opposition like we've seen in the mainland.
And over the last couple of weeks, Sammy, we've been discussing in various African nations elections, but also delays to the announcement of results. It's something many listeners have been getting in touch with us about, and the potential consequences and tensions that can sometimes lead to. In Zanzibar, the Electoral Commission has pledged to announce the preliminary results at least within 24 hours. What can you say about that?
That's correct. They said I spoke to the director of the Zanzibar Electoral Commission here, and he said technology has improved quite significantly, and they've learned a lot of lessons from past elections. So they will try to announce the results as soon as possible. In fact, I asked him if whether by the 1st of November the results will be out, and he said he believes so, especially if the process will go as smoothly as they envision. So the plan is to announce at least within 48 hours for the results of the election to be known. So they expect to announce as soon as they can.
BBC Tanzania correspondent Samuel Wamin explaining the atmosphere in that country as the people go to election. 37 million plus. I think I saw something like that. So wow, Liberia just a small country, small population, so small yet. That's it. Let's get to developments unfolding in Liberia. I am told by my guys that the guests are in the building. All right, let's look at some developments from here. Well, the government of Liberia struck a deal with Oranto, and Liberians have been sharing their opinions on that. Something that the deal is not really a good one. It's not going to profit Liberia from any angle, but rather the politicians. The country will be suffering a loss, while others think, especially from the government angle, that it's a good deal because it brings in investment, is going to create job and a lot more. But the former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Councillor Fona Tikofa, joins the latter that under 16.3, according to him, under 16.3 of the Oranto Production Sharing Agreement, every cent Oranto spent to acquire the oil block will be reimbursed to them. Let's put it that way, goes back to them. Yeah, goes back to them. Whenever he flips, he or the institution, because Oranto is the name of the person, the head, he will get back the signing bonus, money for the data, permit money, even the cost, according to Councillor Fona Tikofa, of the pen, that means the signing, they use to sign, they will get it back. In essence, he's saying that given his understanding of that deal, having reviewed it, not much is there for Liberia, not much. He thinks the government just wants that to come in or destruct that from a political standpoint and not necessarily investment standpoint, because most of the benefits go back to Oranto. The office of former President George Weah has dismissed reports by Spoon Network that the former Liberian president is scheduled to meet with the president of the United States, Donald Trump. That's what the network, Unity Party Network, reported. Not a surprise. However, in a statement released on today, Wednesday, the man who manages the office of former President George Weah, Len Eugene Nangbe, described the report as inaccurate and speculative, saying there is absolutely no meeting being arranged either personally or in connection with Weah's FIFA-related activities. If I should quote him verbatim, in response to multiple queries from media personnel, I wish to clarify that there is currently no scheduled meeting between United States President Donald Trump and former President George Weah individually or as a member of a FIFA delegation. Len Eugene Nangbe accused Spoon Network of engaging in what he termed political pitching expedition, that the report was designed to stir public speculation rather than reflecting verified facts. Unquote again, Spoon Network is engaged in a political pitching expedition because, given former President Weah's key role on the FIFA team and President Donald Trump's leadership engagement with FIFA for the delivery of a successful World Cup 2026, there is a high possibility of such meetings occurring as the event draws near. Nangbe unquote. So based on that, he moved swiftly to clarify widespread social media report that former President Weah, who currently serves on FIFA committee, was among international football dignitaries expected to meet United States President Donald Trump ahead of next year's World Cup preparation. So the old man then, me explain so you understand it go. Man's Bessie there, man's all the people, you also you understand go. What Spoon say that George Weah are going to meet Donald Trump. They already plan it. It's already set. That's what they were saying on the network. But Eugene Abwe say nothing like that happening. George Weah ain't talk to Donald Trump. Donald Trump not talk to George Weah. George Weah on FIFA committee. Recently, they appointed him on one of the big committees. And that committee, they're part of that committee work is to organize next year World Cup. So George Weah on that committee and he get plenty things to do. That's why you see sometimes George Weah out of the country. In fact, most time he's out of the country. He get plenty things to do all over. Sometimes you hear the people say they can use the word on him. They say global icon. That means the whole world know him. The whole world can call him. When they having the other one, George Weah. They having the other one, let's call George Weah. The other one in place, let's call George Weah. The whole world respect him. The whole world make sure that when they having a BB event, then with tap people all over from the world, they call him. So when you hear that expression, global icon, that's what I mean. So Eugene Abwe say, Spoon Network, you're lying. That's not true. If anything like that in person, meaning George Weah and Donald Trump talk, that's what they call in person, or by connection, meaning the people who around Donald Trump and around George Weah, they start discussing it. That's what they call connect. What he mean by connection? He said the two people in talk, no connection ongoing, but it is possible that the two people can meet. It is possible the two people can be giving the work that George Weah doing, and also Donald Trump is his country is playing a key role. 2026, America is leading the World Cup, the hosting of the World Cup next year. So if we are on the major committees, it's possible that the two people will meet. But Eugene Namwe is saying the information that Spoon gave, that Lala information, if anything like that, if it is arranged, the president, former president, we are office will announce it. So you're getting now? All right. Then let's move to the next one. Then we'll take few calls. Our guests are already here. Veteran Liberian journalist turned lawyer and political commentator Anthony at Law Abraham Godson Weon, affectionately known as Teacher Light, has strongly condemned the recent dismissal of Mines and Energy Minister William Pay, describing the action as a national embarrassment born not out of corruption, but from Pay's refusal to compromise Liberia's sovereignty and the collective interests of his native Nima County. In a passionate statement published on his social media page, Anthony Weon argued that President Joseph Iman Boaga's decision to sack William Pay, Minister Pay, exposes the depth of corporate infiltration within the Liberian presidency and reveals the pervasive influence of ArcelorMittal over the country's mineral governance. Quote, when a public servant is punished for defending his people's right to benefit from their own natural resources, the message is unmistakable. Integrity has no sanctuary in the current government. William Pay's dismissal is not about wrongdoing. It's about standing up to wrong. Contrary to rumors of corruption, Anthony Weon maintained that Pay's removal was triggered by his principal insistence on reforms that would secure a fairer and more transparent deal for Liberia in the ongoing renegotiation of ArcelorMittal's multi-million-dollar mining concession. Reliable sources within the Ministry of Mines and Energy confirmed that Pay clashed with key officials in the Boakai administration, including Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, Samuel H.T. Quaya, over major provisions in the proposed mineral development agreement. Pay reportedly demanded that ArcelorMittal's annual licensing fee be increased from a mere 500,000 for 25 years, a figure many observers have condemned as a national insult, to 1 million annually. He further proposed the creation of a national mineral company to manage Liberia's equity stakes in major concessions, as well as independent negotiations for Nima, Mount Blair, and Mount Dayton iron ore deposits, which he argued should not be bundled into ArcelorMittal's current MDA. These are not radical propositions, we are asserted. They are patriotic positions, and yet they were rejected because they threaten entrenched interests and corporate comfort. Critics have described the minister's dismissal as further evidence of ArcelorMittal's undue influence over Liberia's policy-making structure. At the heart of this growing controversy is Samuel A. Stikweya, the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, who previously served as head of government affairs and corporate services at ArcelorMittal Liberia from 2018 until his appointment to government in 2024. Several insiders allege that Stikweya maintains deep financial and political ties with the steel conglomerate and now operates as its de facto representative within the executive mansion. Anthony at-Law Weon never missed his words, was blunt in his criticism. Liberia's presidency has degenerated into extended office of ArcelorMittal, he declared. How can we talk about reform and patriotism when those entrusted to defend our interests are, directly or indirectly, beholden to the very corporations exploiting us? Weon, who also serves as general manager of Royal Communications Incorporated, Kings FM 88.5 and Cloud TV, emphasized that Pay's removal should serve as a wake-up call for every Liberian who values accountability, transparency, and national dignity. This is not about Nima, this is about Liberia, he emphatically stated. When you silence one honest man, you extinguish an entire generation's hope for integrity. Across social media platforms, Liberians have echoed Weon's statement, accusing the Bouaka administration of duplicity and selective justice. Many citizens argue that the episode reflects a disturbing pattern of elite protectionism in which reformers are ostracized while cronies strive under the guise of rescue governance. Political analysts warn that the controversy could further erode public trust in the unit party-led government, which rose to power on promises of ethical leadership and national renewal. Instead of rescuing the nation, it appears the government is rescuing corporations from accountability, remarked a civil society advocate who requested anonymity for fear of reprisal. In his concluding statement, Anthony at-Law Ibrahim Weon urged Liberians to remain vigilant, demanding that the government publish the full details of the renegotiated ArcelorMittal agreement to ensure transparency and public scrutiny. The people must not sit idly by while their leaders battle national interest for personal comfort, he warned. Wilmon Pay may have lost his job, but history will vindicate him. As for those who betrayed the country for corporate favors, their names too would not be forgotten. The position of Anthony at-Law Ibrahim Godson Weon on the dismissal of Wilmon Pay as Mines and Energy Minister, which the government cannot say why he was relieved of his position. It's your time to have your say as quickly as we can. Couple of minutes, then our guests are in on 077 223 9933. The numbers to have your say. The women's line. Don't forget now, keep playing the King's Cash giveaway. Star 79 and star 24 hash. Play with $1, only $1 or 70 cents. We are giving out 4,000 Liberian dollars today. 4,000. That 4,000 can give you another 4,000. That's 8,000. So you are in the running for 8,000. Good amount with the season coming. Play as many times as you can. Also, don't forget a reminder of the basket. Tomorrow is the razor, but you can start dropping. The send wave 0555 885 885. The local mobile money 0777 017 885. Let's go to the lines. Few cards, then we can face our guests, and then we out for the day on Real Talk. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hello. No, something is happening. I'm not getting sound. So let's have this break. Let's make an adjustment. But let's see the women's line. Let's see the women's line too. But this break, let's have this break. I'm not getting sound, please. This break.
Joseph Warren, Morelota, Joya sent 2G5. That's a small thing to identify. One day, make Joya talking. Then he say, he won't send the money back. Okay, yeah, we'll send Joya money back. I raised the 2G5. Get a 2G5, Joe Baga to send a Joya, Joe Baga eat the 2G5. The papa can eat money there. Okay, I don't know what it is. You know the party when I have water, they were displayed. I raised 60,000. I send the 60,000 by Papa to pay the rent. Not everybody. The Papa eat 40, get a minute 20. Drink over time. I said, Papa, you gotta go identify our own people, you know. I sent 10 grand. Papa, go buy oxygen 10, you know, oxygen was a beating, you know that, right? Oxygen 10, clothes, gloves, get away to the hospital. The Papa eat the 10 tea. And you know what I know is to talk? The whole traditional nonsense. You know, uncle now, you know, you can't go question your uncle. Or you fast. The Papa corrupt. Anybody that you can get money to for something they give or something that wasn't there. How corruption? The man has spun up. The man spun the man. The 2 times the man went to me to the States, I started getting scared. When the man claimed me the hostel home, somebody gotta go, gotta be right on him to make sure, you know, the steps steep. So he gets slip and fall. Then when he coming down, they gotta announce that he coming somebody gotta go up for him too. And the person gotta be in front of him. Because the making even more correct. When you see him looking at up, they gave him all kind of things. The puppet is not able. They just want to use him to take the country. Let the man go rest. On fake uncle, ungrateful uncle, who will be using me and be showing me white teeth, black eye. Joseph Warren, Morelota, Joya sent 2G5. That's a small thing.
7. Hello.
Yeah, as I was saying on the line previously, my name is Paul Mola, and I joined the conversation from Chicken to Fajio community.
Yeah, let's hear you, Paul.
To be called the Waka Avenue. Yeah, my attention has been drawn to the rent out that you just did about Abraham Gosling Winner. Abraham Gosling Winner, I think I'm calling on every Liberian. I'm using this media to call on every Liberian not to listen to him because he's already been bowed by the city.
Hello.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm doing good. Doing good. I'm doing good. You are on, Chief. Hello.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, this is Edmond Carr. Liberia is an interesting country. Waka Avenue, Model Road. And thanks to the Anthony Allah that was placed. I am interested in that concluding part. There's a need for that agreement to be renegotiated. Because you've been here for some time now. Meta still been here for some time now. So you can't be operating and the beneficiaries are not getting what they're supposed to get. So for you to get new thing adding to you, your 25 years you're calling for, I requesting for a new deposit, 2 different deposits to be added. I think I just speak volunteer. They do all the necessary things
so that they will not continue to rob all of these things. It's not about politics. Listen to what the AFC President William wrote before you criticize. He's talking about Liberia. And kudos for Nagbe. That is why I said that's why we are not in power, but our office is very, very effective to debunk and clarify the lies that will be coming from in opposition here. They are not the one to make announcement about our president activities. It is us. It is our office who will make announcement. Then useful if you want to carry it, you pick up it to carry it, and not you. Thank you, Sam. We don't have a lot of your time.
Thank you very much, Emma Card. Nice one. Hello.
Hello.
Your name? Where you call from?
Oh, I'm William Chaban. I'm so glad being on King's Event this afternoon. Mr. Sam? Yeah, thanks for the topic. You know, my brother, when it comes to that company in Nimba, we should very be careful. It was the same very Nimba from our childhood to now. That deposit never benefited us. And now we got another company. Which the meeting I helped me to know that the Minister of State were working in that company, serving as, you know, and to become Minister of State. And now we see people who are critically analyzing the state welfare and labor arm and they are taking out a job. No, we shouldn't take it lightly. These are the times that people should stand up. This country, I already know what really is our problem in this country. We don't stand up for the right reason.
Okay, hello? Chief. Yeah, you don't?
Yeah, so I want to say thanks again for the critical issue. Let us, there's an eye opener. You know, where Gossen William said, I listened to a guy who said he called it from Avenue. You know, these are the people that don't take their country very serious. We're talking about something concrete. What are you coming from? The devil said, you must take it serious. It's about your children's future. Then you say that it may not come a certain person and they take it serious. What a joke. But thank you for the time.
Great. Nice one. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Thank you. My name is Chief Esmola calling from Pajo this afternoon. This good afternoon. I'll say thank you for the topic this afternoon. You see, when it comes to solar network, they always run with story that they don't even know much about. Last night, that young man was sitting on our platform in Southeast Division last night on our platform, talking about how the president is going to negotiate about who are the position on. But I think one of the office chief of staff from the former president office came on here and speak on the issue. Because those who were live, those who were carrying around during the election time, they were just part of the page and they put the guy and start lying on our platform. But then one of the chief of staff from the former president office came out and tell the people what were they fooling. Because they had started lying. He concluded all that lie, that's line here, great. Even have their own line, is that going to make Babylon kind of thing. But thank God that the record information is what the office was out for this afternoon. So let me say thank you this afternoon, Mr. Pen.
Hello. Hello?
Yes, we sir.
Yes.
Thank you so much, sir. The official spokesperson for the Brain Stereo movement, like Jane Wakawa, within the new you can say ever so many born those days West and dealing with systems and so bad acting every reality. So you can say to you everywhere and most of the government are doing well in this country. People can learn to do that and can learn to show out every bad thing that every government will bring to oppose our citizens. Thank you so much.
Thank you too. All right. You did well. You spice it up. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Time is of the essence. Time is of the essence. So let's go this break. Then we get started with our guests. But before then, let's try this line from the women. Hello.
Hello, my brother.
Yeah, man, Sisi. Let's hear you, the doctor.
Yeah, thank you, my brother. Let us know what is our people. And question the police that we need to stand up. They made this measure something on it. Is that free? I saw what they were saying that my husband may be proud. Like they were saying that what you were saying that my husband got proud to be going to be if for Russia added to that tomorrow, they will judge it tomorrow. So let God bless all of you are saying all of us somebody going for Waka Avenue where all the place Avenue. Thank you, my brother. When you get washing out citizens for your Waka Avenue. Thank you.
All right, my Sisi, the doctor. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. I'm calling from Mambasi. I'm James Topa. Hello.
James, you're on the air. Speak.
Yeah, you know the problem in Liberia, the men that was staying for the crew, they don't want to see you. But you must be a crook, and the brother will crook now. Now, that man, he's a crook for several. The poor don't know that taking to be good human being. That's why they put him up there. That man, I'm cool, man. The man, you know, look for money. That man, pension money, you know, look for. So thank you for the topic.
Thank you too. Hello.
Hello.
Cut the radio off. Cut the radio off.
Hello.
Yeah, let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you. I want to hear that all the people. That's why they put it behind. And you know you will get tired. Who talk about that? Who talk about politics? And everything will go in politics. Neither that blue. So anything happy for everybody. Well, except for everybody, you may be talking with the all people that will not get away. You say I want that. Let's say that the guy is saying, and Mara Avenue, Mara Avenue. That is Avenue to pay for. I don't know this tattoo. Thank you, Oda.
Thank you too. Hello. Good afternoon. Thank you. Thank you for spicing up time. It's of the essence. The guys are in. Joseph, that's Thomas Tour, engagement team leader, and Joseph David, supervisor from the group called temporary employment for community youth. This is an auxiliary or a subset of the Ministry of Youth and Sports, when the alleged rapist Brian McGill works. The Unity Party government has exonerated him. The police protected him. They justified no evidence whatsoever. They sent the rest of the people to jail. And Brian McGill, who is one of the political sons of Joseph Imambuaka, is free. He is a free man. He is relaxing now. Oh, I saw the police director today. that black sporty car, that small car, that car should be about 75 or 80,000 United States dollars. Amen. They see people who said, and the guy, we are police director, he was not overprotective like that. He wasn't flamboyant as Unity Party police director is. When you see Gregory Como, you think Bwaka is around or Bwaka is coming. The man is overly protected. The man Congo is long. See the car the man using. But yesterday, they were, oh, nothing happening. Police director, very flashy. See the cars the man using. That spotted car that I saw today, he went to Land Authority. Everybody stopped, the traffic stopped. People thought that Bwaka was coming. Some people say, oh, the president coming. Some people say, no, the president out of the country. Some people say, oh, the president coming. I was right beyond Land Authority there. Everybody moving here and there. People start running. Only to realize that police director Gregory Como. That car should be around 60 to 75,000 United States dollars. And he had the other ones, so the other ones were there. Yeah, the big American van. I think about 2. Then the sporty car, followed by the escort. see that car. They gave you that car now. You sell that car. See raw man, you can buy 3 to 4 houses from it. Okay, man. Time is of the essence. I just introduced my guys, Joseph and David. They are from the Temporary Employment for Community Youth Service, a subset of the ministry or under the Ministry of Youth and Sports. And they got couple of reservations, and it based on nothing but money, ill treatment. Guys, thank you for coming in, Joseph and Thomas. Welcome to Kings 88.5 Real Talk.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, Honorable St. Andrew, thank you so much. My pleasure to be here at this time, in your cool same studio. Joseph Davis.
So let's get straight to the point. Time is of the essence, and that's what broadcast is. What is it? What's the problem that you guys have been encountering? It got to a serious stage, though you guys made series of attempts with some of the top leaders of Liberia, yet nothing concrete, nothing satisfactory, and you guys are still enduring. What really is happening?
So, as you already put it, we say thank you for allowing us to sit in your studio and to re-energize our people, the workforce. We have come at this time because we were misled, and we have been so patient, quiet over a long period of time. And we see the hardship is not grabbing us all along. So when somebody is owing you, when you are in hardship, you take away a little cash that the guy has borrowed from you for a long time. So we thought of wise to re-energize our people by coming to you in your studio to re-echo to the government of Liberia directly to the office of the vice president, who claimed and who was in a position who said to us, I will talk and I will handle the situation. So it goes like this. We have worked from 2023 to 2025. And the government of Liberia was indebted to us 15 months. We hold and pull, they say, okay, what we have on file now is we have 1 month. So we said, no, let us settle the total arrear in terms of frequency, which is number of months. Then we can get back to where you are. When you say we should take the 1 month, things were hard. Our people said, but then somebody can't get $1 for you. They say they get things, and they say they should bring the whole $1. So poverty pushed us, and then we said, okay, but then let's go for the 1 month they have. So we then went back to youth and sport. They said, well, then we have done all of the paperwork to pay you. But our partner, Ministry of Finance, is the huddle. They had a situation, they had a problem. So they advised that the answer has been concluded. So we thought, okay, if that's the case, we'll then move to Ministry of Finance to ascertain what is the delay and when they will start to transfer the money to the Ministry of Youth and Sport to commence the payment of the 1 month they talked about. So we went there, we talked about a week, and certainly what we saw there was so good and encouraging for us. When we entered the Ministry of Finance Development Planning, we went to the Assistant Minister for Revenue Payment as well. He said, no, if there any allotment coming, you will have to go on 10th floor. You'll go to the minister office and check. So we got on 10th floor, and then we looked into the ledger to see exactly what we were talking about. And we realized that it requires the allotment from the Ministry of Youth and Sports landed at the Ministry of Finance on July 11, 2025. with the total amount of $1.6 million United States. So we said, wow, this is a very good amount. It can take us through a good month. So we came back and we consolidated, and then we informed the Minister of Youth and Sport that we saw the allotment you have made. It was good. Thank you. It was in the tune of 1.6 million. So then they said to us that that's it. But for the check to come out, that has been an issue. We waited for another week and we went back to finance, only to tell us that there was no money. You got to do recast, do this, and do that. We said, we have a problem. Anything you want to do, you can do it. I'll not say 1.6 million. We do for the 1.6 million. So we were on their back until then they were able to say that they found more money, 300,000. We just start with that one to cover the expense of the 1 month. And the 300,000 could not cover the 1 month payment for us. We're talking about
500,000 for how many persons?
We're talking about 5,000 persons on the taxi walk list
across the country.
Across the country, 5,000 persons. So when
and you guys receive that money?
That money, I'm coming, Chief. Thank you for that question. They decided to do the payment, but the payment could not complete until the county meeting came about. We were then advised by the Ministry of Youth and Sport to pause until the county meeting ends, then it will resume. Our frustration that made us to come to you today is, after the ending of this county meet, up to present, we have not gotten a call. So we have come to reawaken the minds of the government of Liberia and our people that don't lose hope. The money stay alive, that we are ready now to engage the government. I being the head of the engagement team, this is why I decided to come to your office to reawaken the spirit of engagement with the government of Liberia. Thank you, sir.
500 or 300K. 300K.
Yes.
And they started paying.
You started paying.
You guys agree.
Yeah.
When the county meet was about to start, they told you people to stop or they will stop. And after the county meet, they will pay.
Exactly.
And that was...
They promised the meet to us.
That was a promise.
Yeah.
And you people saw that as a full guarantee.
As we saw as a full guarantee. Indeed, yes.
And beyond, after the county meeting is over,
we went back there and they cannot give us face. They kept dodging us.
You engaged the minister?
We engaged the minister proper. He said, go to Brian McGee, that his office responsible.
And what did Brian McGee say?
Brian McGee said he will get back to us. Unfortunately, we were told that he traveled to the United States of America. Saying he came from America, we can't get him. Only for us to be told that the payment was completed and they don't have a dime for us.
The 300K, they told you that they completed the payment of the 5,000 people with the 300K.
That's what they said. And up to present, we have people that did not take pay, and those were the ones we kept carrying until then. They told the county meeting to pay. After the county meeting, they will continue.
But they said, according to you, they started paying, and then the county meet came in because of the time. So they halted the payment.
Exactly.
And told you people after the county meet, they will continue the payment. So how can they tell you that they finished with the payment?
That is our frustration, and this is where we are confused. That's why we came back to ask them to provide us complete list of the payment they have done. Up to present, it can come. So we want to re-energize our people to say, maybe we'll be telling them when to come back, to go back to the Youth and Sport Ministry or the Ministry of Finance to make our payment balance claim.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. St. Andrew. My name is Joseph David, a supervisor, Texas supervisor from District 17. You know, the issue about taxi program is a unique program. The program help, you know, it was created to help a lot of young people, all going school children as well, you know, to make them to earn something. Most of them are paying their own school fee, they're helping their parents. You are on the program from former President Eddie just in time to President we have 6 year. We have meeting, President we have meeting in the 6th year of Joshua, where everybody was benefiting. So now, when the new government took over, the program was not closed by the previous government. When the king made the program, we were working. The only time we had a break is Honorable Dizuka was into order. Yeah, you got work, but the only thing the election is that we into the campaign. So everybody, if you want to go to a various district or county, then where you have interest, maybe your cousin or your nephew contesting. You can go and run if you want to run a campaign for your person, you can go there and run a campaign. After voting, then you resume. So we have been on the work. And when they came the mayor, but the white, they joined the program we're talking about. They have national coordinator. They have supervisor. They have region coordinator. Now, when they came, the Ministry of Youth and Sport, they are able to even one day Brian Maggie offered to send representative on the fee to go and identify where the projects are. He did not. Now, when later on, they sent verbal message through the national coordinator that all of the tools that were purchased, the minister taxi they were using at the ministry bar under the leadership of Dizuka was saying, you guys should make all the tools available. We're talking about weapon, talking about wheelbarrow, which of us on district or some community did not even get some.
Is that true? That you had materials?
Yeah, we have material, but like in Broadway, they say I think about 3 wheelbarrow. Yeah, 3 wheelbarrow with some broom and that a rake.
Did they make it a precondition to giving your money that when you take back the materials you people were using for your work, then they will give you your money?
Yeah. Sam, that was their calculated attempt. We told them that we were prepared. When they took over, the way they came in the leadership, they sent a message through the region coordinator. They came to us. They have meeting with all the supervisors. They tell our coordinator have meeting with all the supervisors. They told us, say, oh, the people, this is what they saying. So everybody, all sectors should prepare, the tools that you receive. We say, yeah, everything is here when they're ready. The day ready, the region coordinator and that national coordinator, they went to them. Even the project have 4 Apache motorbike. Today, the motorbike is in the control. They carry it, the coordinator, they carry the motorbike. The regional coordinator and that of the national coordinator carry the motorbike. The minister of Bangalore and that of Brian Maggie told us, said, no, you have them. So you're able to move around. Today, those guys are still having Apache motorbike. And those wheelbarrow and those shovel they're talking about.
They were told to keep them still.
Yeah, of course.
And they are active people.
They are active. Yeah, they are the official, the head that are spearheading the program. So when they took your motorbike, previously the ministry asked them that everything you are in your possession, you have to present it. So when they took your motorbike, no material, Brian Maggie told them, no, for now, we don't want to do that. You use them so you can be able to move around to get to the people. And you know what I'm saying? So they came to us, they told us, they said, okay. So they said, my man, you keep those tools. Anytime they're ready, then we're ready. Same them. They never ever to inform us that, yeah, the tool that we requested for, we're ready for it. So the issue about in July 2024, the Ministry of U.S. Sport made a request of $1.6 million US dollar. A Ministry of Fund payment, they submitted a payment plan. And normally when they made a request, their second go after what they request for. They will ask the leadership of the program to mount pressure on Ministry of Finance so that how the leadership for taxi headed by Honorable Tua Sedim Babiye He said, guys, you want to put our feet on the ground. The money is for all, enough for them. So our people get paid. How we put without engaging Ministry of Finance. When we went to find out how we came across the field, there was a question raised. There was a question raised by the budget analyst, the Department of Budget, and they call it Sarah, Minister Sarah. He said, but what I'm seeing here, and why the people they're saying, they are saying that anyone know they say 1 month, but what they request for is exceeded more than 1 month to 2 months. So we need explanation, we need supported document. So we be on it until there were no proper redress. So what we needed to do is we went in our process. Now we went and brought the people right in from Ministry of Finance. We have a peaceful protest. In their protest, Minister of Government was there immediately to over. Except for Brian McGee.
You guys staged a protest at the Ministry of Finance?
Yes. We said there were 2 or 3 protests there.
Just weeks into Gafon takeover.
Yes.
What did Gafon say to you people?
So what Minister of Gafon do is he called the leadership, Taxi leadership, that the protest leadership is sent for all. So probably me, they call the Wayne Barkley, Soso, D12, and the other.
Did he tell you guys that he was aware prior to the protest of what you guys were going through?
So that was his confusion. He said he had just taken over. So he wanted to have a very clear picture of what was happening. So he invited our leadership and he invited the Ministry of Youth and Sport and representation, and they did. So he set up a tripartite team. The Ministry of Finance, the Ministry of Youth and Sport, and the taxi leadership to find solutions during the discussion, to give him a feedback, to advise him what to do. The Ministry of Youth and Sport failed to turn out. The Ministry of Finance said, if Youth and Sport can come, we will continue to talk. When you will come, they are not here, we can't pull them to come. So we said, but then they are not coming, so that we are going. So we moved straight back to the office of the Vice President. We officially carried our complaint, and then we met with him. We were assured by the Honorable Vice President.
After you guys didn't get satisfactory redress from the Ministry of Finance, you took it to the Vice President.
Honorable Kun office. We met with Honorable Kun, we explained to him, and he instructed the Chief of Office staff to invite the Ministry of Youth and Sport for us to find a solution. We could not get a direct call from the office of the Vice President to us as to when, how we will sit and do the discussion. We went to the Capitol building on noon to the office of the Vice President. By 9 o'clock,
to see the speaker?
To see the Honorable Vice President, to ask him, why so long, Mr. Vice President? At that moment, we saw the Minister Proper and Minister Michael, Bangali Ko and Minister Michael leaving the Vice President territory, office direction, bring their car and wave to us. So we proceeded to the office of the Vice President.
But it seems they knew that you guys were going to the Vice President's office, so they went ahead of you guys.
Yeah, so we don't
neutralize everything before you could get there.
So for us, it was in our interest.
It was in your interest?
We think they can neutralize it. This is why.
So then what happened after they waved to you people?
Yeah.
Then what happened when you got audience?
We got audience with the Chief of Office staff in the office of the Vice President, who assured us that they have listened to us earlier when we went there, when we came to the protest, and they called it in to hear their side of the story. Then they will call the 2 parties to sit, including the Ministry of Finance, to sit, and then we do final discussion. Up to present, we have not gotten that call from the office of the Vice President. We have come to make a new appealing to the Honorable Office that as of next week, we are coming to the office of the Vice President. We will follow up. We have interest. We want our 14 months. We will never compromise anything concerning that money.
That 14 month is 1.6 million United States
More
dollars.
than that, it's 6 million plus.
6 million.
6 million plus.
Yes, Mr. Sense Andrew. If you don't want the communication there, right? There is why those guys they who are planning. They do the calculation. The 1.6 million is the total amount that we're talking about here. That the money they requested for.
1.6 million.
1.6 million that the request is made in July 11, 2024. Now, and the money it was in the budget. It was placed in the budget by the previous government for the project. When they took over, that what they said they would keep steady under the 10 note is in the 10 note that 1 month. The previous government said 1 month. So okay, when we went on the table, Zonka with
they told you guys, they confirmed that the CDC government left the money in the budget or the account for that.
Yes.
Yeah, but through the legislature.
1.6
million. It was it was in the budget, was budgeted. In the money, we got lawmaker, we went to order the lawmaker. This was 17 lawmaker office went there. This is civil,
confirmed it.
It was confirmed. In the even my own representative, the office, it was confirmed.
Money was there in the office, and it was the Minister of Youth and Sport that was tampering with it.
And you know what I'm saying? So now, the issue here is if you
they're being cutting, they're being chipping, they're being eating.
And that's why I don't want to prosecute them for now. But what we are telling them, we get the benefit of the doubt. Now, they told us the 10 note. Now, 1 more, the previous government left. In our conference.
So that 1 month is how many dollars?
It's the 300 plus US dollar, 300,000 plus for the 1 month. But in the 1 month, they requested 1.6 million. The communication right before you look at it.
Apart from the 300,000, they requested additional, which is like, you add on for interest so that you will eat.
No, the 300,000 is not what we're thinking about. We were thinking about
the 1.6 million.
Yes.
Then they said 300,000 is 1 month that they could give you.
That's what they could get because they said money based on what hard. So we should start with that 1 month. So that 1 month we're paying like 300,000 could not be exhausted when the country came. So what is the balance of the 300,000 plus the 14 months ahead of us? That is our concern. Complete the payment of the 300,000, they will move to the 14 months ahead of us. You tell me what, when you start in the 14-month payment, it's our interest and what we want to know. If you say the project was closed, give a copy of the 10 note. We challenge them up to that time, up to person. We need it.
They tell you that the project
said it was closed. Now they both said that 1 month you have it. We told them no.
The CDC government closed it.
Now what they say? We said 1 month to election. So after election, you better working. We have gone 5 months before.
The county made. They started paying the 300,000. Acknowledged to pay 300,000. Was it in the CDC government?
No.
So you're not about the government. So how can the CDC government close it?
They should be. We did some of the advising them, so we don't want to.
So you see, there's a future thing like that, right, Mr. Andrew? When they raised the issue, we went before them. They called a meeting, went to the meeting. In our conference, and lo in the face of Minister Bangalo, the council, I think you are a lawyer, but I think you are not proceeding well. And in that meeting, local people on the tour and myself, they said, I try to be, salary. I try to be on the air, your salary. He referred to me that, I try to, exhibit frisking. So I said, no, chief. Let me be honest. If you say that the government, the people government left in your 10-1 note, they left 1 more in your 10-1 note. The 10-1 note, and we had copy at the time. Somebody had copy. Now, we challenge Minister Bangaru to bring the copy of the 10-1 note. We're not taking it from you. Bring the 10-1 note and read it in a conference. That said that the project was closed and the government left, previous government left only 1 month. While the job was still working before the election. We go beyond more than 1 month, or year, more than year plus. Then they don't have to pay or tell them about it telling other one more. So these are the things more. The point here is we want to send a caveat. You know what abroad the country is like this? People, they are not honest and they use a position to imagine on our ordinary people. People that in authority, they are not honest. They use a position to imagine on our ordinary people. Now, the payment, they started with a payment. For the payment plan, in Brian Maggie office, he contested leadership right in office. He said, gentlemen, they want more payment. You know, about to start, you know, I want for all to start with the young money business. I saw the old man can get small money, you know, that why he put it, you know. That man, sorry, he's like, I've always seen a poor Ari. He said, my man, the old man there, so, you know, myself from the strong, and so that I feel for the old man there. So at the end of the day, what he said they want more a year, now 1 month ready. But here is the thing. The secretariat said, the benchmark, nobody can cross it with eyes. Where are the benchmark? He said, the leadership of the ministry and from the minister office, we want to bring, you know, the anti-graft institution in, which is the GSC, you know, the final auditor team, NSC and that of NSA. FAA. We're going to be part of the pay team. They didn't want the payment. They will monitor the payment. We say no problem. When the payment started, all of the entities that mentioned by them, none of them were around. No GSC, no FAA, no no Ministry of Finance, you know, rehabilitation, no NSA person, you know, on the payment plan or on the payment team. But they use their office staff. They don't want to do the payment. And lot of conspiracy that we saw. Ministry of US or weapon. Right in the Ministry of US, some of them they duplicate people faces and ID card. They start standing for people money. So the payment will raise an issue. They say, oh, Brian Maggie, we go into it, no, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes he had a guy, you know, he angry with the way he going and blah, blah, blah. But all that was sure. We understand all the tactics. At the end of the day, they say, we're on it, drag, no head, no tail. The can't leave already. It was already here. So they called a meeting. Tessie leadership went to the meeting and said, oh, Brian Maggie said, oh, now they can't leave starting by next week. So for now, let the payment, let pause the payment, do not take pay, and the remaining people that got issue, because people who been taking pay. Mind you, on a personal, we are the project. People used to take pay by mobile money. You said to your house, the woman that used to beat at their house, your phone ring, beep, the money enter on your account. But Zuka Western regime. But when they took over, because of their calculator plan, they say they want to table payment. They want to see everybody now on the project. And the project we're talking about in Magibia in Buchanan. If I'm not mistake, it was in bombing.
Is it bomb?
It bomb. So after the payment, they told us that they all counted them that the project extended with for your leadership and the Ministry of USPO will select people, you know. Blame where you know, we bring people from your and bring people from the ministry that will go in the country there to do the payment, to carry on the payment. For all, we don't want to be paying our own people, but we want to be there to be the representation, because all of the payroll, they pay their payroll from different community. The ministry of US get a payroll, they get a payroll, and they share the payroll with every single of us on that day.
Under the Congress for Democratic Change government, as I'm listening to you, you guys didn't encounter this kind of problem. You may have had problem, but not this kind of serious monetary problem.
No, there was no argument between Minister Zoka Wese and that of the wife of taxes on the fee. On a serious note, if your money delay may be, it depends the GSM that you're dealing with. Like register with your mobile money. If you use it already, when you start with NUSA payment today, maybe after 1 week or a day before they get to orange. And you know what I'm saying? So sometimes you'll be one more, and me, I get the money that I got, the receipt on NUSA. When I already saw it, so I received my money on orange. So when he didn't want to sir, then he got to wait. But when they're ready, everybody can take pay. So we never have the problem. But under the regime, in the first month, went to the second month, to the third month, taxi payment. It was not easy thing. Most of the old money today, then some of them they not even get their pay. That take regularly, that take the mobile money pay. I'm not this local wasting. Some of the old money they work for nothing. Even 2023, the people that are white, all the white that we went, because the project was on, the project never closed. We continue the white when the new leadership came, and President Baka came in. The only thing they do, they say that one more. All the money that we work for, if you say that one more, why you put in for 1.6 million? You request for 1.6 million to the Ministry of Finance. You tell it all. And we know one more payment, about 375,000 to pay 5,000 person. Right?
What's the coordination with you guys? You guys' number is 5,000. So
Yeah.
what's the coordination? 5,000, huge.
They said they were starting with the 300,000. Then government be looking for.
No, I'm talking about the coordination. You guys are here talking. The other people on the other side probably may not see it as the way you guys are saying it. They may not really be taking it strong and serious.
If I know what happened, our people, even if I sit here, I tell you, guy from taxi move to finance. What we get for? We have the command. We don't want to move anybody.
You guys are operating in one accord.
One accord. Even if I drop this and you put open lines, you'll see what we call it. We are ready and we want to say to the people of Liberia, talk to the government to really see reason to settle our 14 months. It's in the tune of 6 million United States dollars. That has been the raising and the issue we have raised with the office of the vice president who assure us that we are taking your own set time to look into the matter. We respect his office. We await his call. But again, by next week, we're visiting, we'll go do follow-up. We will go to follow up to remind him, Honorable Vice President, you have forgotten us. Since we came to your office, you have not called us. And we have come today to know when you will be able to call us and the Ministry of Youth and Finance to start discussing our 14 months and the balance of the recent payment of our ongoing.
As things stand, you guys might not get that money. The government is broke. They've depleted the comfort.
Yeah, they will find something.
And that could be one of the reasons they are tossing you guys to and fro with assurances, pushing you here and there.
Okay.
So, Sam, we all are men, right? I will be in your studio while we're sitting, and the people that are out there listening to all. People who listening to all, they are honoring the voice command of Joseph Davis sitting before you, and that of D12. To be honest with you, we do all of the approach. We're not going to involve into violence. All of the document that we have, whatsoever we send document, we follow behind the document to go for redress. When if there are no proper redress to the issue, mind you, our people can work. Somebody can work for 14 months, then look at it and say, you just switching yourself, you know, one more, tell it one, no, tell it one, no, tell it one, no, cannot come. Convince us that the project was closed by the government. There is the closing document. Project can close. One project closed. Now, in the Ministry of U.S. Sport,
if nothing happens,
something will happen.
If they can give you money,
something will happen.
If you don't have a dime,
I can assure you, something will happen.
What will happen?
LeBron belongs to one person. Something will happen. Trust
the 5,000 will get out.
Trust me, something will happen.
They're not going to give you people a dime because they don't have a dime to give.
No, if they will prove to us, whenever they will prove to us that Liberia belongs to Paul Bangano and that Brian Mange, then they will tell us. But for now, we want to take it on a diplomatic approach. Trust me.
You have exhausted all your diplomatic approaches. That's what led you to come here.
No, sir,
because you frustrated, you tired.
You know what? They say get somebody if you want to kill or better go. What you do? You put water in the bucket and allow it to go to drink, right? They get all the benefit of the doubt. All of the meeting engagement that we have with them before even the one more payment. I told you that when the payment about to start, they told us say all the anti-graft institution representation want to be part of the payment. When the payment start, in our Ministry of U.S. Phone, they have Brian Mange office staff. They got other people from Assistant Minister office. All of them, they are the one that conduct the payment. And there are a lot of conspiracy that we saw for the angle of the Ministry of U.S. Phone. A lot of things happening. They eat ordinary people money. And you know, say, you know, if you have somebody who lived in the interior before, when our father them made a farm, when they red boss, there's a sort of red bird that they always sat on the red farm, a bar eating rice. It can be doing the win a day, right? When they took over the leadership, that had that kind of push on the kingway. So they know that the money was there, but they don't know what we got. From the legislature to Ministry of Finance, for the why they were market pressure. We knew that the money was in the budget.
You're listening and watching Real Talk on Kings 88.5. We are transmitting from Central Monrovia, situated between Randa and Front Streets, adjacent the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation. Today is Thursday, Wednesday, the 29th day of October. My guests are Thomas Toy, Engagement Team Leader, and Joseph David, Supervisor of the group called TESI. TESI, that's the Temporary Employment for Community Youth, the Ministry of Youth and Sports, responsible for brushing, cleaning of drainages, maintenance, and every other thing. They've been in it. They are all by the government of Unity Party. 1.6 million. Keep playing the King's Cash giveaway as we gradually edge to the close of the show. Keep playing the King's Cash giveaway. It's 4,000 we're giving, but you can also win 8,000. Get the 4,000, play, get 8,000. That's star 79 and star 24 hatch, and then you can get your 4,000. Play with $1, Liberian dollar, or 70 cents US. Also, the King Support Basket is open tomorrow, the fundraiser, but you can start dropping in now. You can raise something in the basket. You can have your raiser before the raiser. The numbers are 0555 885 885. The local mobile money number 0777 017 885. Are you convinced that besides the 300,000 that have made available, which they say that they've paid you, and you said no, you're going to get anything beyond that?
Yeah. So for me,
you guys convinced the 500,000 or the 5,000 guys or men and women in this thing? You're convinced with the engagements that you have made, moving from one office to another, you've been assured, and you're convinced that you guys will get your money?
I am fully convinced. I trust my vice president. I trust the honorable vice president office, and I trust my colleagues at the Ministry of Youth and Sport when they say we should pause after the county meet. They would have commenced the payment.
They would have commenced the payment, but no payment. Nothing is happening. You complain on that.
They forgot to make it. I will keep to remind them. We said to you here.
Should you remind someone of his or her obligation? Were they rendering you guys service? Was a humanitarian gesture they were rendering you people?
No.
Or you people work for it?
No.
So what should you be reminding?
So when you are in power, you can overlook the important person. We have come to speak to the Labron people, our issue. They need to call the officials that we are making reference to, so that when we come out, they can say, what effort have you made? Within the media,
coming out is the last resort. You people have that on your table.
That is our last point. We have not ready, and we can't tell you when. We will go individually to the officers concerned. If we don't get redress, we will call meeting and we will set up our time. We are not afraid. When we tell our men, say, move, the old ladies, they hold their brooms, they will come out. We will come for our money. We know the Ministry of Finance to get our money. Republic of Liberia, the Ministry of Finance. We will come to Finance Ministry. The people that are supposed to pay all the money will come to Finance in Central Bank. We will come to Finance.
But how do people pay? You won't pay. The government don't get money. The people eating all the money. The government broke. They're not easy on them.
Yeah, so Sam, let me tell you, for me, I don't want to be fast, to reach, to say what I need not to say. But I can assure you, what are in your studio today is my first appearance on King, right? Since the establishment of the institution, my first appearance. Trust me, we gain them the benefit of the doubt. Now, the way we are being treated by the leadership, mind you, these are the people that came to power. They say they came to rescue. When you measure it, they say you are opposition, but they are eating money that belong to opposition or maybe opposition member and even United Party people, because the program supply ALP, Labran Party, ASC, United Party, Liberty Party, CDC, ACON, all the political party, everybody part of the program. The program from the CDC. Oh yeah, I can assure you. And when I'm not CDC on the program, even people at the secretariat of control the program, they work at the Ministry of US for some of the officials, some of the assistant minister, deputy minister that were there, those that were there. They have people on the ministry on the program that take pay when we take it pay. And minister, one government paying them, or a Ministry of US for budget. When they take it pay, they can go for pay. Right? And then one minute higher money, the winner on the fee. We tell you something that we now maybe now even close to, you never understand, or you need to understand. That's why we came here. We are telling you the hate treatment against our people, the cost of sanitation, taxi. That 1.7 million that they pour in, a Ministry of Finance, we go after the check. We bought that check out. The last check that ever received, the 140,000 for the 6,000, 146,775 $. We went for D12 and myself with Minister Magay. The amount of money that they received, they check. We get him Magay and took the check to the central bank for it to be deposited for maturity. So what do you think they will do, or what they ever do that we don't know about? You know what I'm saying? So we telling you that if you tell all this, then you jump to another one. You tell all the other one, you jump to another thing. So they kept jumping from another topic to another topic. That's how they have been proceeding. And you know what I'm saying? Today, that most of the money and most of the guys, they don't even get the money. They have been taking pay, have been on the program, sign the existence on the program. I've been taking pay on the mobile money. They will look at somebody and say, the sort of room where the director, the Pastor G, you are in the office. When the people that go there, go and verify your name. When you go to Sarah G, you say your name on the payroll. The people bring crying back to all as a deal. And you know what I'm saying? So the issue about the people that get money, they finish eating all the money, we not reach that day. But what we are doing now is we got to do the publicity to the government, to the Ministry of U.S. Sport, and that are the vice president who received our communication that decided that you are going to bring the both party together, and from one thing to another, we don't know what happened between them. So this is why we are here. Thank you.
So let's get to the line now with the next few minutes. Then we out keep playing the King's Cash giveaway. We are giving out 4,000, but you can get 8,000 when you just play just $1, 100 or 70 cents UMs. That star 799 star 24 hash. Win for yourself 4,000, and that 4,000 can give you 8,000. So you can play, you get 4,000, you play, you get 4,000, you play, you get 4,000. So that's 8,000 right there. You don't want to miss out, especially going into the weekend, and in November begins the season. You need all these monies to get ready. The King Support Basket is open tomorrow. The Razor, please start dropping. Thank you for the support. Let's thank you ahead of time. You have been very supportive, very complimentary. We still need you. The numbers are 0777, that's the same wave, 0777 885 885. The local mobile money number 0777 017 885. Thank you for the support and keep dropping in it. Hello. Hello?
Hello?
Your name? Where you come from?
My name is and I'm calling from Paragon. Mr. Andrew, thank you very much for your skill. I don't want to say that I'm going to go for it.
They will not get it, eh? The people with money in the work for, then you say them are forget about it because they will not get it. Hello? Hello? Yeah.
Hello, I'm going to from
Let's hear you.
You're chasing people from West Point. I get almost 40 memo inside because I'm story here. All of them are telling me, you said I get money for that. We will work here for how many years? When the poor enter work for 1 year and 1 year, everyone to your studio. And I can't say I will pay out on an pay off. Our people that went to protest fire and then got it. Tell them to go sue to
So you part of the people, you part of the 5,000?
Yes. I'm part of it. I'm part of it. Now only when I get it. That's what goes on and I forgot about it. They want to finish God kill Lord our president candidate. Who the number person like that? Who are for the like you will look at the document.
All right, Mambino. All right, Mambino. Thank you. All right. Hello.
How are you, Mr. Andrew?
Good afternoon.
Okay, this is Abenigo Nika from this routine. Thank you for afternoon program and thank you to the previous studio guests. I'm not concerning. Look, it is proven that they have no legitimate right to end what they work for, and the government is diving into that plan. I think it is work from home. So I will urge them that they should be able to collect all pieces of information and documents to inform the operating embassies so that they can help them to find their solution, because that money is too huge for it to be eating. Still in the figures of any government. Thank you for the time.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm calling for West Point. I owe you a foot. We all work for that.
What do you mean? What do you mean? I know.
And he knows me too. For West Point, teacher, water protect peace.
Oh, really? So,
yeah, the people deny me.
How they deny you now?
They don't work for they want more pay. They say okay for they say I want me. We say our money on mobile. But that they say the normal came and the people refuse to give my money. You not get our money. 30 people we work for nothing.
So what do you doing about it now? So you live here?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Hello. Good afternoon.
Hello?
You are on the air. Once I say hello, it means you are on the air.
Okay, I'm a friend. I think the councilor at the Ministry of Youth Sports and the my people, they are responsible for money. And you know, after here, you can see people working slave hours that are slave work. Over time, and you can pay them. They already released the check from the Ministry of Finance. They want $1.6 million. So that people money, they don't want to pay them. It is very diabolic. It's very evil. You can't get that people who work. Then you can't pay me all your money. So let them stop out of those people, Councilor Bagali and Brian McGee. Let them pay the people money. Thank you.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm assisting on the line with you there.
Let's say you there.
Lord, let my baby say that money, they do money when I pay. What's a tabia water? Every trying to have blood, I'm telling you. They don't want to say they want to get that money, we get evil at the end. I get that money. Well, then I 2 years, 3 years, 3 years, they will get that money. You don't know what I get it. People is wicked and evil. I'm looking. Thank you.
So they will leave here?
Yeah, for me, that was saying.
What the people now? How the people take care of their family? All they are saying they put money, they put their family together, extend their responsibility and all that, and where the people get money from. They want to work again. They want the money to do something.
Yeah, we agree. I send them money to the company. They not eating at home. Yeah, we'll tell them someone who.
The man says that's small money now. 1.6 million, the poor man just leave it.
Okay, then now you can go back and you pay that money. 1.6 million. You pay the money. Okay, we'll pray for them. It'll go ahead. I'm telling you that money will not get it. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello, Sandro.
Hello.
Yeah, this is Pam recording from 10th Street. Yeah, Sandro, I want to wake up. I want to question.
Hello, Councilor.
No, I'm from 10th Street.
Oh, okay. Oh, you part of that?
Yeah, I was working there. One of those that they didn't put here gas in my house when we went to SKT that day. One of those. They put gas, they came out of the studio gas. I pray that God should be someone to start for us. Because doing we are our money used to come on the food. Well, for instance, all your food, when your food will get what they did. But there's no one they all will continue to pay our way. SKT coming back.
So we are that the language that you be speaking here. Oh, my message here. Let the other person say I'm waiting for my message.
Yeah, but I found it away. I know. Yes, and to the people frustrating the whole government. Everything get upside down. No understanding. Thank you, Va.
Okay, have a nice day, Mama. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Andrews. I say thanks to your guys for that money business. But I would advise that those who have been calling this people, okay, I think it's a very good advice. The reason being that this government is a junta government. The big guys say they want to go demonstrate for their own right. They will kill somebody and they will beat them, they will shoot them. That's the kind of junta government that are ruling in this country now. So it's better to keep your life and also different place than to go claim that legitimate right. You are there on the body. The many things happening in people in this country, they can't go demonstrate. But they fear when you go there, they go for that water, they fear, and nothing will come out of it. So that's why you see most people not going for demonstration and protest. Thank you.
0772 239933 0777 98037 the women's line. Hello. Yes, Sam Andrews.
Good evening for the show. Thank you for the show. And I want to say to our studios here, thank you for your talking point. I want to really talk to or speak to the issue of this Brian Magee and Kuku Bakari being minister, assistant minister, and being councillor. One lie, as they come over here that government are not paid in as part of the ministry. They are not come over here. The government are not paid them. So they stop for us to pay. Liberia or a nation built by a few persons. A nation built and developed by a group of people. This country that we go to visit and other things and go and then have a meeting and other, enrichment with. This country built or developed under the canopy of everybody's hands being on deck. Why Liberian people continue to be evil? Why would they continue to be evil to their fellow men? How do you expect them to survive or to send his child or their children to school? Likewise yourself, you need something better out of your tomorrow people. And these people too need something better out of their tomorrow people. Why should you keep oppressing and suppressing them out of their wages? It's very exciting. Whatever they are, everybody see reason and look into these people of life and try to pay them. As other people saying that we should leave it, people they are younger government and they will deal when you go down and say, no, man, that one time. Man, that one time. You kill people, you don't want make people to do things that they're not supposed to do out of anger and out of frustration. Right. So I beg the call Bangalore man, whatever he is, including Brian Magee, the rapist, let them come to their senses and attend to these people and make sure that the money they were dishing in our capital building, paying people to move people from position, got all that money back.
Okay, Chief, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hello.
Yeah, hello,
Yeah.
yeah,
Let's hear you, Lydia.
yeah, I don't want to say that people keep going like one machine again. Because they particular government, they what about our pray to God, I should make it more get that current so they can get our money. I'm going to go me, yeah, me say for Nigeria, Chagra. Come on, so far, and that is what they are with us. So, say you, Raju, you will shoot.
Hello.
Hello, this is good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is Mr. Swan calling for the Church of the West Point. And thanks to our CEO guest. Brother, it's very, very frustrating to see our government doing us like this. We are all Liberian. And I was one of those when you came West Point. I was the one that all the trouble people out their heads to dig hole and bury pieces and building with the good beach and from Maracana all the way to the end of this West Point. But it's frustrating in the sense that for 14 months that we are aware of, they say 1 month. And it is a 1 month more. Because the RBD, we just don't have our phone. When you're mental crime, when you do your withdrawal, we will finish. They say we want to see everybody. And those that went there, not everybody got their money. People back and forward 3 different times, people went there without no money. They say this and that. That's and they. Oh, but there's the number. No one correct. And they say, why you have to have money? They need that on my ID card. Why they say no? They deny people came with frustration crime. So we are appealing to the government to see reason. And our studio guests, you continue to engage the government. Our persistence will break the resistance. Thank you.
Thank you.
So people also they can support the King's cash giveaway. That star 79 and star 24 Hajj play with $100 Liberian dollars or 70 cents US. The cane support basket is open, it's deep in one. The numbers 0000555 the local number 07770178885. Hello.
Hello, Sam.
Yes. Hello.
This is Wizard Sawato.
Let's hear you.
I'm talking to you for you to pass your word. Let's put him up to those people. Look at that money go there. It looks terrible. Let's quickly go. Let's see all the just let's see all to the wall. Let's quickly looking for something behind us, but it will not happen. See you guys, you're sorry. You're people put together and be president what's wrong. You're going to get my cool. You say you want to draw president one way. Let's go. Let's bring it all time to talk. You want to say that thing, you want president way, let's talk. Please. Thank you so much. I do that. God bless you. In Jesus' mighty name.
Amen. Sabato. Hello. Hello. Good afternoon.
This is Morris calling from Pennsylvania. These people are, you see, these people are the also people in this country. They deserve for Africa. Everything they have said from the beginning to now, everything is lie, bloody lie. So we are looking at them, giving the ego are. You don't want to tell them the job coming back, they took the get a fire. We're waiting for 2020 now. They put money more. They say they can cover this country, and not your people step to cover this country. They will not know nothing. They will settle their family. Now, some of our children will get 4 5 children as well. I can't attend school because we are not in power. So we're kicking their asses 2020 now. Thank you very much.
All right. Okay. So let's get back to the girls. Then you can respond to the call-outs. But just so you don't forget, the King Support Basket is open, is back. It's been resting for a while, being on sabbatical, just to give you space and time as you organize your budget. We do it just like some of the churches and stuff. The real churches there, and not the one that can have revival every day. Real church, real pastor, when you have revival today, when the people pull in, then they can pray, get the people a chance. Yeah, to do a little hustle, get some money. After that, then they have revival again. So when people giving in that revival, it can be heavy. But the revival where you have revival today, then tomorrow revival, then tomorrow. The only thing you will be getting 200, 400. So we took a break to give you a chance to put your little 1 or 2 things together. So we come back now, and you see almost 2 months. We've not been talking about King Support Basket because we have to give you a chance so that you get your little things there, put things together. So when we're ready now, then you say, oh yeah, okay, I have this. Let me put it in the basket. And the reason why we had that break. But at the same time, we're doing plenty of things too. So we're back now. The basket is open, it's deep, and wide. Keep dropping. Tomorrow, we're having the fundraiser. But you can start dropping your little thing inside, whatever the amount you drop it inside. The send wave 0555-885-885. The local mobile money 0777-017-885. You guys can respond.
Yeah, so let me say thanks to all of the callers that call, that support our being here, and also who honor our voice. I can assure everybody or everyone of those who work with TEXI projects, on former President Weah, the regime of former President Weah, and that of President Joseph Boakai, because when they took over the project on and consistently was still working on President Boakai. So I can assure the White Up. The project, it was never closed by the previous government. When they took over, they inherited the project. So that's something that you're living. No, we are not telling the government that we engage in the government with violence. We are not engaging the government with violence. Certain group of people in government, when they create a problem, there where the government can be also, because they don't want to do the right thing. They feel to themselves that they are in the government or they are in position. So they want to use their position to imagine now the ordinary masses. And we say no. For me, I say no. We get them a lot of time. They put us, they show us. They say after the campaign, the remaining people that not get paid, we see that problem we need, and blah, blah, blah. Don't we need, they got but all of them, they just talking about the same thing that the people that they pay about money. So if you say you want to do double payment, and we for you say because you want to see the number and you see the number, first of all, they have to convince her. Those people that in overall country that where the project are, how they pay them, how they receive the money, because you just pay the people without the leadership of taxi. We should be part of the team. We are not saying that we should be the one to pay the people. But what we say here is that you not know no people agree, they confirm that yeah, the project is so country, the institution of country. After we deal with Monserrato, we'll move to the other country. We'll make sure that your leadership is part. Right? Now, country are in it. How many more we into now? Send the country the N. Send last year, right? Yeah. Up to now, we are here. We are not even to receive call from Brian Magee office. From the beginning, when we started the thing, when we have meeting to Brian Magee office, Brian Magee tells us, I'm going to the controller. When I go to the controller, they say, you know, you're going to the deputy minister. I'm Magee will tell us, you're more kind of me. And you know, say, so they have been playing this system after we all. You know, that calculated game. Yeah, they control all by you tell say, oh, we are a man tell say, I don't need a minister proper, I'll have meeting with him, so we can discuss all of the problem and blah blah blah. You come as soon as time. And when we go back with the time, he assure when the time we will go back to him, they tell you go to the control. Control will tell you will handle A. When go to the control tells you don't go back to Magee. So that don't have a situation we are there on. But I can assure all those that listen to our voice. Trust me, you can assure, rest yourself. We engage the government peacefully and don't say your money that you wipe for certain group of people. The people request for their request they made the Ministry of Finance July 11 in 2024. $1.7 million. When you tell us that one again, all the bring one more. One people completed. The money is in there. When we engage the tell us say, we feel the people that they give up. Okay, that's the amount of people that you pay. The payroll in your hand that you see, and the payroll of all of the community that go across the community in Monserrato that you pay, or in your country. When you feel with Monserrato, that's what you feel with Monserrato properly. Before even went to another country. But you never want to show up, they don't go sign the payroll. They want to refuse it. And that the tradition of the project from Manasarita up to now, when any time payment done, we can reconcile the payroll, the leadership and that of the Ministry of US Sport. You told us, say, GSC are going to be part of the pay team. You are going to bring all the anti-bank institutional representation to the pay system. Tanka, we don't see nobody for GSC. We don't see nobody for any other ministry. From the previous discussion, that why you talk. It was an unfortunate situation. So we are here to serve a caveat to the government. We are not threatening them. But the request that they make, you cannot use taxi. The ordinary masses, they are swiped to request a huge portion of money from Ministry of Finance. You receive it. Then tell you that only one more. A tell you that one more, tell it one no. The only tell you that one more. Bring the tell it one no. Then look at it. Bring the tell it one no to the vice president office. Bring it. Let's say that on the conference table say no. There is the tell it one no, Mr. Vice President. That's why I say. But say that no. They're running around.
This double barrel question, as we go, we are approaching the close, meaning the two of you can answer it. You give your individual opinion. When all options are exhausted and nothing happens, what you guys will do?
For me, we make history in Liberia. We will make history in Liberia, meaning we will act in accordance with the law of the Republic of Liberia. We will demand for our money. The best way possible, we will demand. We are now on the spring of negotiation. We are reminding them, creating their awareness. They have the time to sit with us. We are available to sit with them to talk about the payment framework. If you give us 12 months to pay the one money, we got no problem. But we are saying to you, we can't forget about the 14 months. That we really out. We can. You want to drag it up to the next government to come, we agree. But we are highlighting it to you that you get 14 months for us. If we can't pay all, we agree. But our money, so you can say, when you talk about the money, we are telling you that we need all of our money. The 1 month you say you will pay infinite, that one is there. You're not part of 14 months we're talking about. Around 15 months, you say you will pay 1 month. So that will be 14 months. So again, we have come to say to people, be patient. Don't put out any attitude. With soberly work with the government, we appeal to them. We will get there and we assure you that we're getting one money. Thank you very much.
So, Mr. St. Andrew, for me, I don't get no money against the government. But I think government, when you are elected by the popular mandate of the people. When you are elected, you dare to do the right thing for the people. Right? But let me assure every testing worker that outside there that ever do dirty job, that other people benefiting from your sweat. I can assure them, and I can assure the Ministry of U.S. Sport, we engage the Vice President office. If they can survive, it will not be only the Vice President office. All the 73 lawmakers will notify them. And Ministry of U.S. Sport, Honorable Cook Bangaru, it must be called by the House of Representatives. They got a payroll, and every community got a payroll. The one more payment was not completed. There was no completion. When the country interfere, and they told us the country is in Brian Maggie office. They told us that the country is here. The country will not be playing there, at the same time we will continue payment. So we pause for now. After the country leave, those who not pay, those who got issue with their need spending, we see to it that we pay everybody. So now, Vice President Jeremiah Poon, I believe he is a leader. Even President Bata, who is the supreme, the supreme leader of the country, is a president for the people. Manazeri was there, the project existed. Jovia was there. We did the same thing. Jovia did not, he knows. Why the ordinary massive race doing at the time, doing regime, he solved the problem gradually. He lead the space, he did not lead noise there. They came in the face and they are telling all SYZ, and that SYZ did not agree with him. We get a lot of time. Same they can't be either we expect Minister Bangaru and now Bangaru control the projects. The deputy minister for U.S. Sport.
When the next country meet, I'm asking because I'm not really familiar with the itinerary or the schedule. When the next country meets?
So this in the county meet started from December.
When the next county meet?
The UFSO will come up with
It's after every 2 years, huh?
No, a year.
A year.
Yeah.
And you guys are talking about 2024, 2025.
No,
2024,
Yeah.
2023, 2024.
Yeah.
So it means you have the 2025, 2026 county meet coming up.
Ahead of us.
And they will need you guys.
Yeah.
Will they not?
What? We don't know.
We don't know.
We tell you we have the meeting that was set up really before that time.
We don't know. What we are saying, whatsoever thing they want to do with a project, we don't care. Mr. St. Andrew, we don't care whether they want to. What we are saying,
if the 2025, 2026 county meet is ahead of us, and they call you guys, giving your work that you have done over the time, they call you guys for a settlement, and they put certain amount on the floor as a bargain that you guys accept and continue. Will you guys accept that?
It would take that request or that offer. We have to go back to our people. They are our immediate bosses. The people that work, that clean the mess. We will have to go back to them. We are messenger for them. We are joining parties for them. They get the power. If you say you want to negotiate to what term, we'll go back. Government say this is what they are saying. What is your saying about it? You give us your will and the pleasure. Tell why we should be telling them. We should agree to what they put before or not. We can't stay there and conclude. They were the one that said, "Oh, things are highlighted at 1 month." So we agree. Again, as they are negotiating, if we come to the point to give and take, we have to go back to them.
So, Mr. Sense Andrew, let me be bold to tell you this, and let me say this for the audience out there. You see the game that playing at the Ministry of U.S. Sport, right? The game that playing. Minister Kogbangalo uses Brian Maggie office, to he should be the one to handle the issue about the payment. Then he labor. But every instruction pertaining to payment, the plan of payment, it came from Minister Kogbangalo office to Brian Maggie. Our point is, you cannot treat the Liberian citizen in a form and manner. In a civilized nation, you can't do that. For somebody to work for, the little dollar that they work for, and you're not able to pay them. It's not fair. You can't treat somebody like that. You can't treat somebody like that.
All right, guys. We are already into the time, into closing time. Thank you all, you guys, for coming at least to share your concern, even though you are stay hopeful, stay optimistic. That's what hope is now. You guys have faith.
No, we are strong and have faith.
Yeah, that's faith.
Yeah.
So
we follow it with the letter.
Me, I believe the rescue government rescue us.
The rescue.
And if they can rescue you.
No, the rescue. We're going to the 73 law.
If they can rescue you.
We guide them to rescue us.
If they cannot rescue you.
We got it. We got the next option.
What is that?
We can't tell you.
We can't tell you now. But we got the next option.
What is the option?
The option should be
when our council
we'll say discuss with our people.
The option will be continue the discussion.
Yeah, we are people.
You will be discussing, negotiating. Why things are getting
We'll be discussing with our people.
And they will be tossing you to and fro.
We'll be discussing with our people.
It seems you don't want solution.
We want solution.
You enjoy yourself
no.
talking with the people.
No, that's what we are here.
We have solution.
We have solution.
You guys seem not to be angry for solution.
No, we are leader. We should be the people that outside there, they are angry.
So what happens? What happens when diplomacy fails?
You know what next? What do you ask?
You got 5,000. You're afraid. You don't want the people to see you or brand you people as violent. You got 5,000.
I said
you got 5,000. Why wouldn't you say if we exhaust all of the options diplomatically or by whatever the negotiation, and this government isn't showing any sign of giving our money, the 5,000 will come out, whether they like it or not. You are afraid?
We told you that when our options fail, the old lady will come out with that.
What old lady? Tell the people, be blunt, you're speaking to the people. Tell the people, don't romanticize.
So we are saying to you, be patient. If we fail and all processes are collapsed, we will then advise you to take the next course of action.
So, sir, when the Ministry of Finance will do the engagement on the money thing, at the time before Ministry of Finance come to themselves, when we gather, we start gathering people around 5 o'clock.
All of the gates were all seated.
Our people, we got different chat room. The 5,000, they are listening to all. But how everybody can go on your show now?
You don't have the time.
People listening to us as a leader yet.
Thank you.
We cannot engage each other until
Okay.
we will be the failure. We will never ever be the failure.
Okay, guys, thank you for coming in to explain your concern. Thomas Stewart, engagement team lead, and Joseph David, supervisor of the temporary employment for community service subset of the Ministry of Youth and Sports. This is how we go home on the show for today. The reminder, the King's support basket is open. We're going up, but keep playing, keep dropping rather. They send with 0555-885-885. The local mobile money number 0777-017-885. The King's support King's Cash giveaway. Well, that's how we go home. Keep playing. Is 4,000, 8,000, 4,000 can give you 8,000. So keep playing. The next announcer, pick it up from there. Dial star 799 star 24 hash. Play with 200, not 200, but $100, 100 or 70 cents US, and win for yourself 4,000, and that 4,000 can give you 8,000, substantial amount of money. That's how we go home. But with the birthday babies, CDC babies, CDC birthday babies. Lydia Yasa Latupang, the daughter of the chairman, the melting pot chairman, the chairman for life, Romarico Latupang. Your birthday is on tomorrow, the 30th. That's great. CDC baby. And then Snotty Nimnan. Your birthday is today. Another CDC baby. Yeah, great. CDC numbers increasing. All the baby, you CDC babies, you overpower the Unity Party babies. So, happy birthday to Snotty and Nimnan. Your birthday is on today. Your mother is celebrating with you, Agnes Brown. Why CDC baby Lydia Yasa Latupang, the daughter of the chairman for life, Romarico, or Kennebo for life. Kennebo, your daughter's birthday is on tomorrow. That's great. So that's how we go home. Don't forget now, tomorrow is the raiser of the King support basket, but you can start dropping. You can do your raiser today. If you will not have the time on tomorrow as per your schedule, you can drop in. If you can tomorrow, fine. But tomorrow is the raiser, but you can keep dropping. We're leaving the basket with you. Keep dropping inside. Tomorrow, after the raiser, but you take care of the basket. Eh? Again, the send wave 0777-885-885. The local mobile money number 0777-017-885. This is how we go home on the show. We're back tomorrow, if God permits. CDC hour is on at 6:50. Before then, the news at 6 o'clock. Join us for that King's News Bro. That will take us up to 6:54. CDC hour with Isiaka Sharif, and then the man himself, the teacher of the land, Anthony at Law. Maybe William is in with Face the Issues.